Cats or dogs? Cats or dogs, MJD? Pick one.
Dogs.
Dogs. Okay, well, it's a pretty tough question to tackle, and that's what we do here. In this segment, we're going around the league with a little would you rather. Let's start with the draft. Guys, back in 2016, the last time the first overall pick was traded, it was Jared Goff. It took 2 first-rounders and some additional picks to make that move even happen. With all of these quarterback-hungry teams and quarterback-needy teams out there, I mean, it should take 3 firsts, right? Like, that's what it's looking like for 2020. If we were the Bengals who pick at the top at 1, would you rather draft Joe Burrow or have 3 first-round picks, Striggs?
You look at the Bengals roster, and A.J. Green might not be back, and there's a lot of areas they've got to fill. 3 first-round picks is special. I would say this with the caveat. I would rather the 3 first-round picks if I can get a top 4 pick in this year's draft, because I would be okay with Tua and have 3 first-round picks in addition to that. I think that this is a very, very good draft across the board. If you're to say Joe Burrow, who's a local Ohio kid and could be the hero, but you could also say you could have Tua or 2 other first-round picks, I would have to listen. I might go with the latter and say let's go Tua and build around him with 2 other first-round blue-chip talent.
It's early. What are you seeing in Tua? I already see it happening. You're a Tua. There's Tua something.
If his health is right, Tua was my guy before this season, and even at the start of the season was fantastic. Has Russell Wilson qualities. Joe Burrow had an amazing, amazing college season this year, maybe the best we've ever seen. I might be this or that on both of them. Really? Everyone's got Burrow number 1 by a mile. The Tua, besides the health concerns, is still something very special.
You're on the Tua and 2 picks. That's your mantra.
I would rather that, I think.
My mantra is take the washer dryer. What do I mean by that? Wayne Brady, Monty Hall. You can take this beautiful washer dryer, or you can go behind curtain number 3 with all these draft picks and God knows what's there. Draft picks are dust. They're pixie dust. They're not real. Half of them don't even work out. That washer dryer just threw for 60 touchdowns and won 15 games. Joe Burrow is locked in. Don't mess around. Don't get cute with this. Tua, injury, draft picks, take that, man, and you can never be wrong. Washer dryer.
Okay, so I'm going to have to disagree with you, Kyle.
The Bengals are going to Bengal this up?
And this is what I'm going to say, because let's remember, like, the LSU Tigers, everyone knew they were just a quarterback away from having this type of season. Like, they have tremendous talent.
Yeah.
If you're the Bengals, you're Cincinnati Bengals, you saw what they have on their offensive line. You saw what their defense looks like. I have to build capital to try to build this team. Yes, I want a quarterback and I want to do all these nice things, but if I can't protect them, I'm going to go ahead and go with Peter and say, give me the 3 picks, and I may not even take 2 in that situation. I may just go offensive lineman, and a playmaker on defense.
What would you do with a quarterback just moving?
Well, I could find a Jimmy Garoppolo, or I could trade for one of these other guys that are out there in free agency. You can go get a guy, right? There's a ton of guys in free agency that you can go and get for a year or 2 and let it rock. I mean, you said it best. You don't know what these draft picks are going to turn out to be. So many times we have first-round picks. I mean, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota. Those are the 2 next great quarterbacks that come out. One gets benched. The other one has a 30 for 30 season, right? So it's just like, you just don't know what you're going to get. The Jared Goff
trade. They go and they trade up. I think the Titans used a couple of those picks on Derrick Henry and Jack Conklin. I don't think they're kicking their tires. They're not upset about that. Sometimes the picks are really good to have.
Rams got to the Super Bowl.
That's true.
They're not happy either.
Saints general manager Mickey Loomis said yesterday at the Senior Bowl that his 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees, he wants him back in New Orleans next year. So let's fast forward to Week 1, 2020.
Okay.
The Chiefs have won that. No, I'm kidding. To win just 1 game, Week 1 next year, who would you rather have as your starting quarterback? Drew Brees or 42-year-old Tom Brady?
Well, so what system is Tom Brady playing?
This is all good.
Get into it.
This is would you rather. There you go.
Like, is he going to be in New England with some playmakers, or is he going to be like this year?
I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Choose your own adventure.
Yes.
I'm from the Bay Area. No disrespect to the people down in New Orleans. I love Drew Brees. First of all, when we were down there, they treat us so well. The food is amazing. Like, I can't wait to go back there.
Nothing to do with the question.
But I'm going to go with Tom Brady. He's won 6 Super Bowls.
We had such a blast that you changed your pick from when you were on their show to when we were there. Yeah.
Exactly. I was going to go with the Vikings, but I was like, you know what? I had such a great time. I picked the Saints.
Which quarterback?
Huh?
Brady or Brees?
Brady. Look,
Brady.
that's what I'm going to go with Tom Brady. He's been to the big game so many times, and I know deep down inside that he still has that it factor in there that's going to lead you to a championship. Yeah, he had a bad year this year. It happens. But he didn't have players around him
If it's a full season, I'm going to go Brees. If it's 1 game, I have to take Tom Brady. And frankly, if you put Tom Brady out there with Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas and Jared Cook I think he would perform really well. I'll go Brady.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady's going to look great in a Tennessee Titans uniform next year.
Do you like it?
I think it'll be interesting. No, I don't know where Brady's playing, so it's interesting where it's like, to Maurice's point, like, well, is he with this team? Is he with that team? Is he up in New England? Brees, I know he's going to be with the New Orleans Saints. I know he's going to have a fire under him, and I know he's going to be likely throwing to all of the same dudes and maybe some added weapons. I might go Brees week 1.
Wow.
Knowing it's a sure thing. I know what I'm getting and what he's throwing to.
I think there's no other quarterback, maybe Eli Manning, that I take in a one-game situation than Tom Brady. One game?
I have a couple I can name.
You're right. The
Name
Eli
them.
one's interesting.
Eli's
He had one
it.
game against Brady twice.
Hey.
What happened? That's why we're talking about him today.
Speaking of twice, you win 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Apparently, you get a beer named after you. According to NJ.com, a brewing company in Colts Neck, New Jersey, shout out, has just released an IPA in honor of longtime Giants QB Eli Manning, who will retire officially tomorrow. And we'll bring you that on NFL Network. The beer is named Elite Tribute.
Okay.
According to the brewer, it has notes of tangerine, blueberry, and roses. So
perfect.
if you're going to have something named after you, your career, what would you rather it be, a beer or a dish at your favorite restaurant?
Peter, you'd probably pick a seltzer, right?
Yeah.
No, I'd go with the beer because I'd like to buy a round of Brandts for someone, like plural, and I want my name to be turned into a verb. Like, you know, the next day you can be like, oh, I got Jaegered last night. Like, I got Branted last night. Sandwich is a sandwich. I want the drink.
People say I got Jaegered last
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Someone sent me a screen grab of a menu in St. Louis, and it had the Joe McEwing, and it was a sandwich. And I don't remember what it was, but like Joe McEwing was a great second baseman for the Cardinals for years. Has a meal after him forever. I think that's cool to have.
No question.
And
What would your
whatever it
meal
is.
be, Shreg?
My meal would be just a giant plate of chicken parmesan.
Oh,
And
love
spaghetti dripping off of it. The Schrager.
I love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
Bellissimo.
dish as well, but I'm gonna be like some type of nachos. Like, let's just
Love
be
nachos.
honest. Like, right,
You need editorial
the
control,
MJDs, like, but you have to make sure like it has extra
What's in
black
it?
olives, has guacamole and sour cream. You have to have the nacho cheese and the shredded cheese on there, with a little bit of chicken and maybe some ground beef.
I agree.
Okay, where are you going? Let me hear.
Oh, I don't know.
Food?
I don't know. I have 8 people talking. What?
What, food or beer?
Food or beer?
I'm gonna say beer because I feel like I can't control the quality of food. Like through the years, like
What if the sandwich sucks?
What if they bring out the Parmesan and it's not good, and then I'm associating that with Peter Schrager's legacy?
It's not about
Beer
them. It's
is
about
beer.
you.
I feel like beer is like a recipe. You follow it. It can travel with you.
There's a beer in front of you or a sandwich. What are you reaching for? I'm getting the beer. It's
Yeah.
that simple. Maurice, you don't want the drink?
Nachos. I don't drink beer.
Okay.
If it were to
He's
be a
also
drink,
vegan,
it'd be
so
more.
that
It'd be
shredded
more
little
like
cheese is vegan.
I'd like if it was gonna
Yeah,
be a
sure.
drink, it'd have to have like an umbrella in it, more of a flavory type of thing.
A Pro Bowl drink, if
Yes.
you will.
Blueberry.
like that.
What was it? Blueberry, roses, and
Tangerine.
what?
Tangerine.
I gotta try it. I want to try it. Oh,
try
really?
it.
I'll try it. 2 superstar
crispy
tight
boy.
ends. Sounds like a perfect mix for Miami. These guys will take the field in Miami. How different are they really? We'll play a round of Kittle or Kelsey. And what does Bill Belichick have his eyes on at the Senior Bowl? Oh, hey, Saban.
Everything.
Coat on Saban.
Hey.
Beautiful red scarf.
A rat
Look, you see
coat.
the difference between a college coach and a pro